Welcome back. I'm just going to do like an application question, and these are really important to get good at because they come up all the time, and math teachers love asking these sorts of questions. So I'm just going to go through and show you how to get good at these things. Okay, this sort of question will be in a test. Okay, so get good at this. Okay, here's the question: a square has dimensions of 5x meters. A, write an expression for its perimeter. B, write an expression for its area. C, if the length is decreased by 2 and its width increased by 1, write an expression for its new area and expand. And finally, calculate its new area if x is equal to 4. The first tip that I would say whenever you're starting this question is to draw a diagram. I couldn't recommend this highly enough. So what we've got is a square. If you do a diagram in a test and it's a good diagram that helps you get started, I'll give you a mark for that. So just be aware of that. A good diagram is worth 1 mark. So here's our square, and it's got dimensions of 5x meters. And just remember what a square means. It means it's got all the same length sides. So every side is 5x. So I'll just write that: 5x, 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 5x. Okay, fantastic. Let's get started. Part A. Write an expression for its perimeter. How do we figure out perimeter? Well, the perimeter is just adding all the sides up together. So it's just going to be 5x plus 5x. You get the idea. If you're smart, you just would times it by 4. But I've been really dumb. 5x plus 5, that's just going to be equal to 20x. Okay, so that's the perimeter is equal to 20x. Now be really careful here. Always write your units in here. We've been told that it's 5x meters, so the perimeter is 20x meters. Great. Part B, write an expression for the area. Well, what's the area? The area will be equal to 5x, that's the length, times by the width, which is 5x. Okay, excellent. Multiply those two together, you get 25x squared. And again, write your units down. We're in meters here, so and it's area, so it's going to be meters squared. Okay, must write down meters squared. That's your area. Fantastic. I'll just scroll down a little bit, get a bit more space. Next part is C. If the length is decreased by 2 and the width is increased by 1, write an expression for its new area and expand. So I would expect you to have to draw a new diagram. So the length, I'll call it the length, the sort of horizontal here, is decreased by 2. So it's going to be a bit shorter than it was, and its width is increased by 1, so it's going to be a bit longer than what it was. Okay, so if its length is decreased by 2, it was 5x, but it's been decreased by 2, so when 5x minus 2. It's 2 shorter than what it was before at 5x. Its width, or its height in this case, whatever, is increased by 1. So it was 5x, it's increased by 1, so we add 1. Okay, so there's our new shape. We've done some modifications to it. What is its area? Let's calculate its area. Remember, to find the area of a rectangle, we just multiply the two lengths together. So the length times its width, or length times height, whatever it is. Okay. So what's its length? It's 5x minus 2 multiplied by its height, which is 5x plus 1. Okay. So that's its area. No worries. Now it says increase by 1. Write an expression for its new area and expand. So we need to expand this rubbish out. Okay. So let's do that. 5x times 5x is 25x squared. 5x times positive 1 is positive 5x. Negative 2 times 5x is negative 10x. And negative 2 times positive 1 is negative 2. Let's simplify that. Always simplify. You don't need to be asked to simplify it. It should be just something you just do. Positive 5x minus 10x is minus 5x minus 2. So that's your answer. Have I answered it though? I haven't written down my units of measurement, so that should be meters squared. That's my answer. Always answer the question, always put units down. And finally, calculate its new area. Calculate its new area if x is equal to 4. So if x is equal to 4, what the question is asking me to do is to substitute in x equals 4 into my expression for the area. Okay, so if x is equal to 4, then the area will be equal to, so instead of writing x, I'm going to write 4. 25 times 4 squared minus 5 times 4 minus 2. Okay, this looks like a bit of a horrible calculation, but let's do it. Okay, so this is 25 times by 16 minus 20 minus 2. 25 times 16, well, if I multiply that by 4 and divide that by 4, that would be the same as 100 times 4. So that's actually 400. Did you get that? Multiply that by 4 to get 100, divide that by 4 to get 4, so you get 400. Hope that makes sense. Minus 20 minus 2, which is equal to 400 minus that is 380. 380 minus 2 is 378 meters squared. Must put in your units there. And that's sort of a simplish example, but probably one that will be very similar to the inner test. You can count your chickens on that one. We love swimming pool questions, we love book questions, that sort of thing. Get used to them.